I was just sitting here thinking, how God rescued the people of Israel from the hands of Pharaoh, from slavery. And when he did, the people of Israel, began to think about returning back, to that slavery, returning back to Pharaoh, And I just was thinking about that along the lines of that. That's how many of us look back at, the past. That's how many of us look back at our life before, Christ saved us, in a sense of looking back to, to go back to it, thinking that you're missing something or thinking that you had it better, when you was out there in the world. But in our reality, it's a lie, because we was in bondage. I was in bondage. And I was just thinking about that because I remember, when my brother passed and people was out there in my sister's yard and stuff like that night. And I just happened to look over, and the Lord showed me, how people was in bondage. That those people who was out there, in the world, partying and drinking and thinking that they was actually thinking that they was free. They were actually thinking that they were enjoying themselves, but spiritually they didn't see what I saw. They didn't see that they was in bondage. They didn't see that they was in chains. They didn't see, they didn't see that they was shackled to those addictions, to that type of quote unquote fun. And I was just like, when God said it's free from something, like, it's best to stay free, and not wanting and desiring to go back to something that, God rescued us from. I know for myself, I asked God to deliver me. I asked God to set me free because I was deep in bondage. I was very deep in bondage. I was a slave to sin. I was a slave to my sin. I was a slave to myself. And I begged God for a while to set me free, for a very long time to set me free. And when he did, I felt freedom. I felt the chains come off of me. I felt delivered. And and I just something that I was just thinking that we shouldn't desire to go back, because there's a reason why you cried out to God. There's a reason why you repented. There's a reason why you left that old life, because you knew that it was not good for you. You knew that, there was something more and greater for you. So why would you want to go back to it? It's like a dog, as the word of God says, returning back to their vomit. And so I just want to say that if you're free, stay free. Don't be like the children of Israel and desiring to go back to Pharaoh once you have escaped. You have escaped that life. Don't be like Lot's wife and look back. You know what I'm saying? Desiring to go back to something that really was destroying you. And you go back to it, it's a possibility it will destroy you. It's a possibility that there will be no comeback. So if you're free, stay free. Don't go back to the bondage.